Hey college students, are you looking for a part-time job that works around your schedule, pays well, and gives you free money for college every year? McDonald's offers all of it. We can work around your schedule, and we give $2,500 scholarships to everyone who works for 3 months and averages 15 hours per week. That's 2 full shifts a week or 3 shifts of 5 hours. It's that easy. We've already given out more than $75,000 to students in North Dakota this year. Let us help you become the next scholarship recipient. Come join our team. Text ND29 to 38000 to apply today.
You live life on the move. While you determine what direction that may be, we're here to help along the way. So go. Go with values. Go with friends. Go with support. Go with convenience.
Good afternoon. Welcome to Gratian Gymnasium here on the campus of Valley City State University as the Valley City State Vikings continue this 4-game homestand in volleyball. Today, their opponent, the Warriors of Waldorf University. And a pleasant good afternoon to you. Paul McDonald courtside here from Gratian in a key matchup for these two teams in conference standings. After Waldorf came away with a victory last night in 4 sets over Dickinson State, Waldorf is now 3-9 in conference play. Valley City a half a game up after their 4-set loss last night to Viterbo. And of course, Viterbo undefeated and only 1 loss, ranked 7th in the country. The Vikings won the opening set last night, but then Viterbo came back and won the next 3 and won it in 4. It was 25-23. The Vikings took the first set, and then the V-Hawks won 25-17, 25-12, 25-15, and hand the Vikings their 8th consecutive loss. Vikings are now 3-8 in conference play, 8-16 overall, and that's what makes this match very, very important. Valley City a half a game up on Waldorf in that battle for the 6th and final spot in the conference tournament. Viterbo coming into today undefeated at 12-0. Then you have Bellevue, ranked 16th in the latest NEI poll. They are 10-1 in conference play. Mayville State at 6-5, Dakota State at 5-6, and Presentation at 5-6. Mayville State and PC are the final 2 opponents for Valley City State. Next Wednesday, the Vikings will host Mayville, and the following Friday they will host PC, the final 2 games of the regular season. And so key games yet for the Vikings as they try to position themselves, try to stay in that number 6 spot and get a shot in the postseason and at the postseason tournament. Coming up here on VCSUVikings.com, we'll have our starting lineups. We got the national anthem. It's senior day today. Of course, just the one player senior, Bailey Nelson, the lone senior on this Viking roster. And we've got that coming up as our pregame Vikings and Warriors continues. This is Valley City State Volleyball on VCSUVikings.com, live on YouTube. Back here on VCSUVikings.com and, of course, live on YouTube. Valley City State and Waldorf getting ready for volleyball here this afternoon. Again, in a crucial match for Valley City. The Vikings 3-8 in conference play, 8-16 overall, 3-9 for Waldorf, and 12-10 overall. These two teams met earlier this year in Forest City, Iowa. That was won by Valley City State. That was a 3-2 match as Waldorf took the opening set 25-17. Then the Vikings came back, won 25-14. Then Waldorf took the third set 28-26. And then the Vikings would win 25-19 and 15-13 to take home the match. And at the time, that put the Vikings at 7-7 overall and 2-0 in conference play. And Waldorf at the time was 8-2. And so they had fallen to 8-3 overall and 1-1 in the conference. Vikings got off to a great start in conference play as they were off to a 3-0 start to get things started in the conference, actually 3-1. After that victory over Waldorf, they lost to Viterbo and then came back here at home and defeated Dakota State and got off to a 3-1 start in the conference, but they have not won in the conference since and again have overall lost 8 matches in a row, coming in 8-16. A reminder, Valley City State Viking Volleyball extends its thanks to LaRue Lockout Financial for their support of athletic scholarships at VCSU. For every dig and ace at home matches this season, the LaRue Lockout Financial Office will donate to VCSU athletic scholarships. And also Viking Volleyball thanks alumni Vanessa Coca for her support of athletic scholarships this season. For every block at VCSU home matches, Coca will make a $5 donation to Viking scholarships. And we'll total things up today after the match is done and let you know where things stand as what happened today and where things stand for the season with those donations. Again, a big thank you to Lulaco Financial and to Vanessa Coca. We're just a few minutes away from opening serve on this senior day. Bailey Nelson, the lone senior out of Argusville, North Dakota, played her high school ball at Northern Cass. And again, if you missed it a few days ago, she got her 1,000th kill in her career. And you look at her career hitting percentage, you look at career kills, and she's in the top 10 in Viking history in both of those categories. And this year, of course, has been extra special the last 2 years because she's played alongside her sister Morgan her last 2 seasons here at VCSU. We'll take a look at the starting lineups, and we'll be back with that, the national anthem, and get that first serve underway. It is the Vikings and the Warriors in North Star Athletic Association Conference volleyball action coming up here on VCSUVikings.com, live on YouTube.
Some of them, and more probably will follow, but we don't think we'll fly. I think they're probably good for the year. They're off the market.
Well, a reminder, a busy day in VCSU athletics this Saturday, along with today's volleyball match. A doubleheader basketball coming up tonight as Valley City State men and women will be in action. The Viking women will play Providence at 5, and then the men will take on Dort at 7 o'clock. Both games at the bubble right here on VCSUVikings.com. I'll have the call for those that doubleheader tonight. The VCSU Viking men, they got off to a good start last night. 91-83 victory at home, opening up the season against Northwestern. And now they'll take on Dort, a couple of teams out of the Great Plains Athletic Association Conference. And Providence is in town for a triple header. They had the game today, and then they will play again tomorrow. A doubleheader, pardon me. They'll have a game again tomorrow at noon against the Viking women. So again, doubleheader basketball tonight from the bubble at 5 and 7. And the Viking men in a big conference football game. They're on the road at Dickinson State taking on the Blue Hawks. And, of course, the Blue Hawks came in here in a non-conference game and a homecoming game against the Vikings and won 35-7. And now the two teams meet for a second time. This is a conference game, and that will be, again, at 3 o'clock this afternoon. We will have our starting lineups here in just a moment, but we'll have the playing of our national anthem coming up. This is Viking Volleyball on VCSUVikings.com, live on YouTube. our national anthem here prior to our match this afternoon. Now let's take a look at our starting lineups as Waldorf University again coming in 12-10 overall, 3-9 in conference play. And here's how they will go. Starting on the outside is Kenzie Kidd. She is a junior 5'8" from Roscoe, Illinois. Abigail Wood, she is a senior middle back, and she is a 6'1" senior from Ankeny, Iowa. Caitlin Backey, a senior center, 5'9" from Forest Lake, Minnesota. Zoe Pond, a sophomore, 5'10" from Monroe, Wisconsin. Alicia Schaefer, the junior outside hitter, 5'8" from Mount Calvary, Wisconsin. And Alicia Brandt, the sophomore, 6 foot from Lakefield, Minnesota. And your libero is Kaylee Kidd. She is the junior, 5'7" from Roscoe, Illinois. Bryn Ebenho, the 6th season head coach for the Warriors, assisted by Matt Ebenho. Now let's take a look at the starting lineup for the Valley City State University Vikings. 8-16 overall, 3-8 in conference play. On the outside will be Bailey Nelson, the senior, 6 foot from Argusville, North Dakota. Sister Morgan in the middle, sophomore, 5'10" from Argusville. Also Danielle Hagler, the freshman, 5'11" from Candu, North Dakota. Morgan Freege, the freshman, 5'11" from Edmore, North Dakota. Emma Lucas, a freshman outside hitter, 6'1" from Argusville. And Sadie Henson, the sophomore setter, 5'9" from Oaks. And your libero is J.C. Richter, the freshman from Linton, North Dakota, 5'7". And again, she is the libero. Bridget Graywater, in her 3rd season at the helm of the Vikings. Sherry Curry and Taylor Mounts are her assistant coaches. That's a look at today's participants. So we are moments away from that first serve, the Vikings and the Warriors. It is college volleyball from Gratian Gymnasium coming up on VCSUVikings.com, live on YouTube. Our officials this afternoon, Naomi Erdahl and Rachel Johnson. Naomi is the R1 and Rachel is the R2. Our line judges, Shar Hushka and Colleen Cleaver here for VCSU. It is the Vikings and Waldorf. Live here on VCSUVikings.com on YouTube. Vikings in their purples with the black pant. The Vikings in their home blacks with the cardinal and white trim and white numerals. Again, basketball coming up tonight. Football starts at 3, so if we are still going at 3 o'clock, we'll keep you updated on that Viking and Dickinson State football game going on in Dickinson here this afternoon at Bijou Stadium. And we are set, ready to go here. Caitlin Backey has the ball in her hand, and she's ready to get things started with that first serve. The Vikings and the Warriors, and a crucial North Star Athletic Association conference match here from Gratian. We're underway. Hanson, back set, on the attack. Lucas and the kill. There's Freege with the kill. So Freege picking up the kill on her first attack. And the Vikings jump out to a 1-0 lead. Back serving is the libero Richter, J.C. Richter, a freshman out of Linton, North Dakota. And the jump serve by the libero on the way. Here is Waldorf in the offense. To the near side, attacking Schaefer. And it is blocked, and the block goes out. Point to Waldorf. We're tied at 1. 1-1 here early on. For the Vikings and Warriors, back serving is Alicia Schaefer, the junior out of Mount Calvary, Wisconsin. Here's Hanson setting it far side. Nelson on the attack, and the kill. Haley Nelson, solid kill. Kid, the libero, could not come up with the dig, and the Vikings take a 2-1 lead. Delaney Clark now in to serve for the Vikings. Clark, the freshman out of Bismarck, 5'6", from Century. And the right-hander sends it on its way. On the receive, Kidd, far side. Zoe Pond gets it over and long. Point Vikings. 3-1, Valley City State with the lead. On the attack here by Pond. And Clark serving. Lofts it over, coming in Kidd. Just got the receive. Here's the attack down the line and wide by Kenzie Kidd. The attack error is out, point Vikings, and they take a 4-1 lead here in the opening set. Clark serving. And the serve, again, just gets to that 10-foot line. Here's the set near side, tipped by Kidd. Diving through, coming up is Clark. Now far side set by Hanson to Nelson on the attack. Kidd with the dig. Here near side, Kenzie Kidd on the attack. That's blocked at the net. Back to Waldorf, middle tip over by Wood. Kept alive by VCSU. Hanson to Nelson, and the attack and the kill. Bailey Nelson with their second kill. And the Vikings take a 5-1 lead off the Hanson assist. And Clark serving. So a good 4-point run here for the Vikings, taking a 5-1 lead. Here's a bump set far side. Zoe Pond on the attack and the kill. Zoe Pond picking up the kill. Snapped the 4-point run. Vikings up 5-2 here in the first set. That'll send the libero, Kaylee Kidd, Jr. out of Roscoe, Illinois, back to serve. Serving 2-5 in the opening set. The right-hander jump serve, sends it on its way. Clark can't receive. That's an ace. An ace for Kidd, and it's 5-3. And the right-hander back to serve again, serving 3-5. And the jump serve on the way. Clark receives, pass to Hanson. Hanson set backside on the attack, cross court by Morgan Nelson, and out. That'll be a point off the Nelson kill. 6-3, Valley City State. Hanson will get her third assist. Bailey Nelson out. That'll bring in Lexi LaRue back to serve. LaRue serving 6-3 first set. And zipped it into the net. Service error. Point for Waldorf. Well, VCSU Viking basketball team, women basketball team making an appearance. They'll be here for a good chunk of this match before they play at 5 o'clock tonight. Of course, football team on the road again. Cross country, they're off until next week when they get into the conference championships. Here's the serve and the ace by Emma Hovenga. Just got it over, dropped it in front of Lou for the ace, and it's a 6-5 advantage for the Vikings. Wants a 4-point lead, now down to 1. Serve by Hovenga on the way. LaRue pass. Hanson sets it up. Morgan Nelson on the attack. Tipped at the net. Now back row Kidd. Here to the near side. On the attack, Kenzie Kidd. Nice dig by Richter. Back set Hanson on the slide attacking there. And then the kill. Morgan Nelson with the kill. Does a little slide behind Hanson on the set. And gets the kill. Her second. And the Vikings go back up by 2 at 7-5. Ellie Rush will come in and serve. The lone non-North Dakota player on this roster out of Sisters, Oregon. 5'5" sophomore. Serving 7-5. Jump serve on the way. Hit the top of the net. Dropped over, and that's an ace. Ellie Rush with the ace. Libero Kaylee Kidd could not get to it. And the Vikings take an 8-5 lead. Rush serving. And the sophomore with the serve on the way. Here's Waldorf attacking. Kenzie Kidd attack. That is going to go off of Clark and off the back wall. That'll be a point for the Warriors, and they're back within 2. 6-5, or 6-8. And to serve, Kenzie Kidd, the junior. The twins, Kenzie and Kaylee. And the serve on the way. They're got to receive. And Lucas got it over far side, over by Hagler. Here to the near side, tip down the line. Receive Clark, pass to Hanson. She'll set it up. On the attack goes Hagler. Dig back row for Waldorf. Back set over there by Hovenga. There's a dig by Hanson. Richter gets it up again at the net. Hagler tip, free ball right back over. Now back to Valley City State. Richter attacking there was LaRue. Now Hanson will set it far side again for Hagler. And we've got a net violation called against Alicia Brandt. That'll be a point for Valley City State. Vikings back up 3 at 9-6. Addison Sadie Hanson back to serve. The sophomore out of Oaks. Serving at 9-6 here in the opening set. Kidd with the receive. Pass. Hovenga set middle. Off the attack there was Brandt and out. That'll be point VCSU. 10-6 Vikings. Off the attack here. And the serve just went long by Sadie Hansen. Point on the service error for Waldorf. It's 10-7. Macy Stratton out of Laverne, Minnesota, will come in and serve the Cardinals. And here's a serve by Stratton into the net. Service error. That's the first service error on Waldorf, and it's 11-7. Vikings up by 4. Kidd, the libero, will come in front row. Bailey Nelson comes in front row for the Vikings. And back to serve will be Danielle Hagler. Freshman out of Can-Do. And the serve on the way. Kenzie Kidd pass. Set. Hovenga in the middle. On the attack, Wood. And good on the kill by Abigail Wood. 11-8. Vikings by 3. And Caitlin Backey, as the first rotation is complete, serving, will come in and serve for Waldorf. Serving 8-11 here in the opening set. And the serve on the way. Long. Set by Hansen on the attack, and long on the attack there by Frege. And I'm going to say it was tip, so it'll be a point for the Vikings. So tip, point Vikings. So it'll point for VCSU, 12-8. Assistant coach Matt Ebenho questioning who called the tip. And it was called by the line judge in the far corner. Here's J.C. Richter serving, 12-8 for Valley City State. Kenzie Wood, back set far side. The left-hand attack by Wood. Pass set, Nelson attack. Nice diving dig by Kidd, and that's going to be all. Her one-arm dig kept alive on the save on the far side. Pond couldn't get to it. That's a point for VCSU. They go up 13-8. And we've got a timeout taken by Waldorf. 13-8, Vikings lead by 5. Timeout on the floor. We're in the opening set. This is Viking Volleyball on VCSUVikings.com.
Join us for more Vikings Volleyball on Wednesday as VCSU hosts Indigo State. First serve is December 6 p.m. here at Grayson Gym. Vikings basketball hosts an entertaining this evening as the Vikings take on Providence College at 5 p.m. Followed by the men at 7 taking on George. Foul on the bubble. Dress in costume for your chance to win a prize.
As we come back out of the timeout, Richter serving here for Valley City State, serving 13-8. And the serve, Kidd with the receive. Set by Backey on the attack, blocked at the net. Backey again setting it near side. Shaper on the attack, again blocked. Nice dig there by Kidd. Left-hand attack by Pond. Hands with the dig, pass to Richter. Richter bump set far side. Nelson on the attack, and the kill. Bailey Nelson with her third kill. Vikings up 14-8. And the Vikings up 14-8. And we have a timeout. I think they're going to move some of the basketball players that are sitting on the floor on the far side to get them up into the bleachers. And now the serve by Richter at the top of the net. Played here by Kidd near side. Shaper will get it over. Back to Valley City State, Richter. Hansen back set. Morgan Nelson on the attack. Kidd with the dig. And the Kenzie. Kaylee got to Kenzie. Here's a back row pass. Hagler set. Hansen on the attack. Nelson. Now to Kidd with the dig. Gets it over far side. Setting it up backing. Attack again. Back row dig by Hagler. Hansen back over and sent over the net by Lucas. Back here to Waldorf. In the middle. Tipped over. Pass Hagler. Hansen set. Attack Morgan Nelson. And we've got a 4 hits against Valley City State. Point for Waldorf. 14-9, 5-point lead for the Vikings. Now back serving for Waldorf is Alicia Shaper. Here are the Vikings at the net. Hansen setting it up. Tipped by Morgan Nelson. Diving kick. Saved by Kidd. Back row Schaefer attacking. Now Hagler to Hansen. Hansen backs it again. Lucas on the attack, and it was tipped. Goes out. Point VCSU. 15-9 Vikings. Now to serve here is Clark. Delaney Clark back to serve for Valley City State. Serving at 15-9 here in the first set. Schaefer, set, attack, Kidd, kill. Kenzie Kidd on the kill off the Baki assist. And it is 10-15. Waldorf down by 5. And back to serve. Kaylee Kidd serving 10-15. Vikings up 5. We're in the opening set. Serve on the way. Richter, pass. Hansen will set it up. Bailey Nelson on the attack. And that was tipped and out. Point Vikings. 16-10. Vikings up by 6. Bailey Nelson comes out. Lexi LaRue will come in and serve. So LaRue serving for the Vikings. Serving 16-10 opening set. Lops it over. Kidd. Pass. Set by Baki. Far side. Attack Pond into the net. Attack error. Point Vikings. 17-10. VCSU leading by 7. With LaRue serving. Biggest lead of the set here at 7 points. Kidd. Baki set at the net. Attack blocked at the net. Brandt was blocked at the net. And the Vikings get the point, 18-10, adding to their biggest lead. And LaRue back to serve. Morgan Nelson, Sadie Hansen on the block. And now the serve on the way by LaRue. Here's Baki back set. Pond attacking. Block through the block, gets the kill. Zoe Pond with the kill. And it's now 11-18. Pond will come out. Emma Hovenga comes in. And she will take over setter duties. And go back to serve in this 6-2 offense by Coach Ebenho. And there's a serve by Hovenga. LaRue. Clark set. Morgan Nelson punches it down near side. Pass by Kidd. Set. Hovenga near side. Kenzie Kidd on the attack and long. Point Vikings. 19-11. Vikings back up by 8. Ellie Rush back in, and she'll go to serve for VCSU. They lead. Now the point went to Waldorf, so they got to redo. So apparently it's 18-12, not 19-11. So it is Hovenga serving. Here's the serve. I think I'm not sure what went on, but Hansen back setting it. Morgan Nelson on the attack, and the kill there. Watch officials, make sure there's no change. No change. 19-12. Vikings up by 7 on the kill by Morgan Nelson. Hansen another assist. Now Ellie Rush will go in and serve. Rush serving 19-12 here in the opening set. And the sophomore with the jump serve. Zings it down the line. Kidd on the receive. Now Hovenga here to the near side. Kenzie Kidd gets it over. Vikings on the offense. Hansen tipping it to the 10-foot line. With a little jump tip. Dropped it in for the kill. Point Vikings. 20-12. Vikings by 8. Clark on the assist. And now Rush will go back and serve. Ellie Rush with the serve for the Viking. Again, down the line and out. Service error, point for Waldorf. 13-20. Waldorf now trailing by 7. Adelson Kenzie Kidd back to the service line. Kidd serving 13-20. Junior out of Roscoe, Illinois. And the serve on the way. LaRue receives, pass. Hansen runs up, set, far side. Hagler to the far corner. Nice dig by Kidd. Now near side, off the Hovenga assist, and the attack there by Schaefer goes long. Point VCSU. Vikings back up 21-13. Emma Lucas comes back in, goes front row for the Vikings. Back to serve, Sadie Hansen. 21-13, VCSU by 8. Opening set on this Saturday afternoon. Hovenga with the set far side on the slide right, and the kill. Charlotte Wright with her first attack attempt, then gets the kill. 21-14. Macy Stratton now comes back in and will serve. serving 14-21 in the first set. And the serve by Stratton. Richter, pass, Hansen, set middle, the attack, and the kill, Freegee. Morgan Freegee with the kill. Off the Sadie Hansen assist. 22-14, Vikings by 8. Now back to serve, Danielle Hagler. Serving here for the Vikings, 22-14, first set. Serve up and over, near side, Kidd pass. Hovenga setting it near side. On the attack, Schaefer, and double contact. Called against the setter. Hovenga, point Vikings, 23-14, leading by 9. So Hagler serving, the freshman out of Candu, North Dakota. Serve on the way far side, Kidd. Hovenga setting it near side. Schaefer on the attack and long. No tip. Point Vikings. 24-14, Vikings by 10. Set point here. I think the entire girls basketball team now is in attendance. They get ready. Here's Hagler's serve. Near side down the line. Hovenga set middle. On the attack, Wood. On the dig, Hagler, Richter, over to Nelson. Dropping it in, free ball at the net. No. Kidd tipping over Schaefer. Right there at the net was Emma Lucas dropping it in for the kill. And the Vikings take the opening set, 25-14. So the Vikings off to a 1-0 start here in set number 1. We'll be back with set number 2. The Vikings and the Warriors. College volleyball from Grayson Gym on VCSUVikings.com, live on YouTube. Paul McDonald back with you here at Grayson Gymnasium. Set 1 goes to VCSU. Vikings winning at 25-14. Vikings with a .481 hitting percentage in that opening set. Bailey Nelson 5 kills and no errors. Morgan Nelson and Morgan Freegee each had 3 kills. Sadie Hansen had 11 set assists in that opening set. Defensively, Danielle Hagler with 4 digs. Sadie Hansen, Delaney Clark, and J.C. Richter each had 3. For Waldorf, Kenzie Kidd with 3 kills leading the way. They were even. They had 8 kills out of 32 attacks and 8 attack errors. So they had a 0 hitting percentage. 3 players, Baki, Schaefer, and Hovenga each have 2 set assists. Defensively, 6 digs by Kaylee Kidd. Also block solo by Emma Lucas, the lone block solo for VCSU in that opening set. They win it again, 25-14. They switch sides. Now the Vikings right in front of us here. And What are you looking for there? Well, the coach is looking for something here. Oh, an inhaler for one of the Waldorf players. Yeah, they need that piece right there, the Kleenex. There we go. So here we go, start the second set. Vikings up 1-0 in this big one for VCSU, or really for both teams. They try to get to that number 6 spot, so they don't have to, so they can make the tournament. Here's an attack by Anna Longhenry and her first kill on her first attack, the freshman of Fenton, Iowa. Baki with the assist, and it's 1-0. Now back to serve. Alicia Shaper serving for Waldorf. Richter, Hansen set. Bailey Nelson attack. Blocked at the net. Richter back to Hansen. She'll back set it. Far side on the attack. Frigi. Off the dig. Back row Shaper, but off the back wall. That's a point off the kill there by Frigi. And the Vikings even it up at 1. Morgan Nelson back into the front row. J.C. Richter back to serve. 12th assist for Hansen. And Frigi picking up her 4th kill. Now J.C. Richter with the serve, serving 1-1. At the net, set, backside. On the attack, Pond in the kill. The lefty, Zoe Pond, off a Baki assist. And Waldorf takes a 2-1 lead. Pond with her 3rd kill, tying Kinsey Kidd for the leadership. Now Kaylee Kidd back to serve for Waldorf, serving 2-1. Second set. Down the line, Richter receives. Pass, set. Hansen near side. Morgan Nelson on the attack. That's tipped at the net. That'll be a kill for Nelson. Still perfect on her attacks with 6 kills and 9 attacks. And no errors. We're tied at 2. Delaney Clark to serve for Valley City State on the far side. Here's a set by Baki. The attack by Pond is wide on that far side. It'll be a point for VCSU. The Vikings, 2 points in a row, take a 3-2 lead. Off the attack error by Pond. Now Clark with the serve. Kenzie, Kidd on the attack from Baki. Richter with the dig. Hansen set near side. Morgan Nelson attack tipped at the net. Now Kidd. Again, Baki setting it up. Kenzie Kidd on the attack and the kill. Got the initial pass from Kaylee Kidd. Kenzie Kidd gets the kill with Baki in between. We're tied at 3. Our 3rd tie here in this set. Charlotte Wright now comes in front row for Waldorf. Emma Hovenga back to serve. The hometown girl from Forest City, Iowa. Hansen back setting it on the slide. Morgan Nelson down the line and out. Wide on the attack error. And the point for Waldorf, 4-3. Hovenga is the lone Forest City, Iowa native on this roster for the Warriors. She serves, receive, Fragi, set, tipped over by Nelson and dropping it in. Pancake attempt there by Kenzie Kidd, unsuccessful. And the Vikings even it up at 4, so we've been tied at 1, 2, 3, and 4. Out comes Bailey Nelson, Lexi LaRue in to serve. LaRue serving 4-4 in the second set. And the serve on the way. Kidd, pass, Hovenga, middle set. On the attack, Brandt. Vikings offense put to the far corner. Shaper. Now back set by Hovenga, tipping it over the net right. Right there was Nelson. Hansen, backside, attacking Clark, blocked at the net. Ace block there. Kenzie Kidd was there along with Alicia Brandt. And the block gives the point to the Warriors at 5-4. Back to a 1-point lead. Anna Longhenry now goes into the front row. Kenzie Kidd back to serve. Serving 5-4. And the serve by Kidd. LaRue receives. Hansen tipping it. And just like a good basketball player with a reverse dunk, goes the over-the-shoulder tip back behind her. Dropped it in for the kill. Our 5th tie, 5-5. Ellie Rush back to serve for VCSU. Serving 5-5. And the right-hander, jump serve on the way. Kidd, pass, set, Baki, backside, right on the attack, cross court, and out. No tip, point Vikings. 6-5, Vikings back up by 1. Their second lead here in the set, they led 3-2, now 6-5. And back to serve, Rush. Serve, no. Can't get it quite to the net. Service error. And the point for Waldorf. That's the second service error for the Vikings. LA has both. 6-6, our sixth tie. And that will send Juliet Carlin back to serve. Sophomore out of Janesville, Wisconsin. Clark pass. Hansen back set. On the attack. Down the line and the kill. That's Frigi with her fourth kill. And the Vikings go back up 7-6. That'll bring Emma Lucas back in. Clark will sit down. Lucas comes front row. Sadie Hansen will go back and serve for the Vikings. Serving 7-6 here in the second set. And the serve on the way. Here's the set middle. Off the tip, Wood. And that will drop for the kill. And went off of LaRue on the back row on the attempted ding. And the point for Waldorf. They tied back up at 7. So we've been tied at every stop, 1 through 7. Caitlin Bakke back to serve. Serving 7-7. And serve here near side. LaRue pass. Sadie Hansen set. Tip, cross court. On the tip by Hagler. Now back the other way, Vikings. Frigi near side. Hagler on the attack. Dug out by Kidd. Now the set by Bakke. On the attack by far side from Long Henry. Nice save off the net by Hagler. Tipped over by Richter. Back to Waldorf. Back set. Attack by Pond, and she'll drop it in. Zoe Pond with the kill off the assist from Bakke. And Waldorf goes back up by 1 at 8-7. Caitlin Bakke back to serve. The senior from Forest Lake, Minnesota. And serves into the net. Service error. That is a third service error on Waldorf. 8-8. Tie. And to serve, Danielle Hagler. Serving 8-all. Kidd. Bakke set middle. On the attack, wide and out. Attack error, Abigail Wood. Point Vikings. 9-8. Neither team's had more than a 2-point lead in this entire set. Once one team gets the lead, the other comes back and ties it. Here's the serve by Hagler. Far side. Kidd. Kept alive. Now the attack and the kill by Long Henry. Well, on cue, we are back tied 9-9. Schaefer will come in and serve for Waldorf. 9 up here in the second set. Vikings won the first set 25-14. Serve. Richter receives past Hansen. Setting it near side. Morgan Nelson on the attack and the kill. Another kill for Nelson. That's 7 for Nelson. I have her still perfect on her hitting. 10-9 Vikings. That will send Richter back to serve. Nelson still without an error. Here's the serve on the way. To the net. Bakke. Tip. Wood. Vikings attack. Hansen. Far side attack down the line and the kill. Far side Emma Lucas with the kill. And for the first time this afternoon, a team has a 2-point lead in the second set. 11-9. Vikings up by deuce. J.C. Richter serving. Serve down the line. Kidd. Set Bakke. Kenzie Kidd on the attack. Blocked at the net. Then Pond with the save. But the save was not blocked. It'll be 4 hits. And it's a point for Waldorf. Timeout, Waldorf. 12-9. Vikings lead by 3 with a 3-point run. And this is the biggest lead for the Vikings in this second set. You are watching Viking Volleyball on VCSUVikings.com live on YouTube.
Remember, that's the opposing in their games this evening. The women take on Providence College at 5 p.m. with the men of Volleyball taking on Dordt at 7. All games are played at the Buffalo. Just be your best option for a chance to win a prize.
Say fans, join us for more Viking Volleyball on Wednesday as VCSU hosts Mayville State. First serve set for 6 p.m. right back here at Gratian Gym. That's Viking Volleyball. And then on Friday, they will host Presentation College, and that'll wrap up the regular season. And if they can stay in that number 6 spot, they will find a place in the NSAA Conference Tournament. That's what makes this match so big, as they lead Waldorf by a half game for that 6th and final spot. Waldorf coming up with a win last night against Dickinson State. Vikings losing in 4 sets to Viterbo. J.C. Richter back to serve for VCSU. They lead 12-9 here in the second set. And the right-hander serve on the way. Far side, Kidd. Baki setting it up. Pond on the attack. Dug out by Richter. Then saved by Lucas, but then off the free ball, off the save, Kenzie Kidd finishes it. So the point for Waldorf makes it 10-13, 10-12. Back to a 2-point lead. Kaylee Kidd back to serve. And here's the serve by Kaylee Kidd. Hagler, Hansen set. Bailey Nelson attack. Nice dig by Kidd. Here's Pond on the attack. Diving dig by Richter. Kept alive by Hansen. And Morgan Nelson gets it over. Back to Waldorf. Kidd to Baki. Back to Kenzie Kidd. Blocked at the net. And in for the ace and the kill. The point there, that was, I believe, Morgan Nelson and Emma Lucas on that far side. As they blocked it, the ball spun, came down. Everybody held their breath and watched, and it landed in. Point for the Vikings, 13-10. VCSU back up by 3. Adelson Delaney Clark back to serve. Serve far side. Baki setting it up. Pond on the attack through the block, gets the kill. Zoe Pond picking up the kill. 13-11. Viking lead at 10. Emma Hovinga back to serve. Hovinga serving. 11-13, second set. Serve up and over. Richter to Hansen. Set on the slide, Morgan Nelson. Now Kidd. Hovinga on the set, and that's going to be out on the tip there. That was on the backside of the antenna by Charlotte Wright. That's a point for the Vikings. Back to that 3-point lead, equaling their biggest of this set from 12-9, 13-10, 14-11. And now that'll send Lexi LaRue back to serve for the Vikings, serving 14-11. LaRue with the serve. Kidd, far side. Hovinga setting it up. Kenzie Kidd on the attack. Blocked at the net. Now back over to Kidd. Again attacking. Richter with the dig. Gets it to Hansen. She'll set it up. Hagler on the attack. Now back to Hovinga setting it up. Kenzie Kidd. Back row dig by LaRue. Set Clark. And LaRue pushes it over. Free ball here for Waldorf. Set middle. On the attack was Brandt. Nice dig there. Clark now back to Hansen. Setting it to Hagler far side. On the dig was Kidd. Hovinga setting it up. Kenzie Kidd on the attack. Right there's Clark with the dig. Hansen back set again. Morgan Nelson on the slide. Back row dig by Schaefer. On the far side, Kenzie Kidd. Great volley here. Both teams working. Here's Hagler on the attack and the kill. Great volley, and Danielle Hagler gets the final and say in that set on that rally, getting the kill. And now 15-11, biggest lead of the set. Serving Lexi LaRue. There's a set backside. Now over by Wood and the kill. Alicia Brandt checked that with the kill. Point to Waldorf. 15-12. Waldorf trailing by 3. Kenzie Kidd goes back to serve. And coming in front row, Charlotte Wright. So Kidd with the serve. 15-12, Clark. Hansen jump set. On the attack, through the block attempt, and the kill by Morgan Nelson. 16-12, Vikings back up by 4. Ellie Rush will come in and go to serve. Kaylin Baki, or to Morgan Frigie checking in front row, and back to serve is Ellie Rush. Serving 16-12. Serve on the way, Kidd. Back set Hovinga on the slide, right into the net. Attack error, point Vikings, 17-12. Now their biggest lead at 5. Rush serving, 17-12. VCSU leading by 5 here in the second set. A Oregon native into the net. Service error number 3. And the point, 13-17, goes to Waldorf. They're down by 4. Rush will come out. Morgan Nelson comes in, and then she'll circle around the libero. Richter goes to the back row and into serve for Waldorf, Juliet Carlin. Here's Clark with Hansen, set far side on the attack, Frigi. All right, Hovenga, backside Kenzie Kidd on the attack and the kill. Hovenga with the assist. 2-point run for Waldorf, down by 3 at 14-17. Carlin to serve. Serving 14-17. Clark receives, pass. Hansen set near side. Hagler on the attack. Nice dig by Kidd on the far side set. Tipping it over by Long Henry. Now tips Hansen to the 10-foot line. Right there was Kidd to cover. Now Hovenga gets it over onto the near side to right. Free ball at the net. And finally got it over in the third hit was Frigi. Quick set middle on the attack. Nice dig by Clark for the Vikings. Back here to the near side. Tip at the net on the tip attempt and kill by Frigi. It was tipped at the net by Wood, but dropped in for the point. Vikings up 4, 18-14. Sadie Hansen picked up another assist. Will go back and serve for the Vikings. Serving 18-14. Serve far side, Kidd. Pass. Hovenga setting it up. On the attack, Long Henry. Blocked at the net. Long Henry with the save. Gets it back to Hovenga. Kidd on the attack. Richter with the dig. Hansen setting it up. Hagler on the attack and the kill. There, Danielle Hagler with another kill. Her third. 19-14 Vikings. Timeout Warriors. Vikings lead by 5 here in the second set. 19-14. This is Viking Volleyball on VCSUVikings.com, live on YouTube. As I mentioned, VCSU Viking women's basketball will be back in action tomorrow at home. The Vikings take on Providence College at noon tomorrow at the Bubble. The two teams play tonight at 5, and then they'll play again tomorrow at noon. And also, VCSU is hosting a haunted library all weekend. It goes from 6 p.m. to midnight on Saturday and 6 to 10 Sunday night. Of course, Halloween weekend, hot dogs, cookies, ice cream will be provided, as well as games on the front lawn. Free will donations will be accepted to benefit students in the Global Exploration Club who are traveling next year to Costa Rica and Argentina on service learning trips. Here's Sadie Hansen with the serve. Back set on the attack, cross court by Wright. Nice dig by LaRue, kept alive on the save by Frigi. Now here's Waldorf on the attack and through the block to kill by Charlotte Wright. They're having a Long Henry, and Long Henry getting the kill. Through the block attempt there by Lucas and Frigi. Point for Waldorf. Back within 4, 15-19. Baki back to serve for Waldorf. And the serve on the way. Hagler, Hansen, back set. Tip, Lucas, and then right over and tipped right back by Waldorf for the point. 16-19. Waldorf within 3. Baki to serve. 16-19 into the net. Service error. That is the first service error for Baki. And a point for the Vikings. They go up 4, 20-16. And Danielle Hagler back to serve. The freshman sends it over. Kidd pass. Back set. Baki. Now here's Hansen setting it up. Morgan Nelson and the attack and the kill. Another kill for Morgan Nelson, her 9th. Bailey Nelson, pardon me. Bailey Nelson, her 9th. Hansen, her 22nd assist. Vikings up 21-16. Rush with the serve. Kidd on the receive. Set, Baki far side. Attack by Long Henry at the net. Free ball was tipped at the net by Frigi and then right back over by Wood. And the point for Waldorf. Cut in lead back to 4 at 21-17. Vikings lead by 4. We're in the second set. They won the first set 25-14. And now here in the second set, get a win here, gives them that one-game lead over Waldorf for that sixth and final playoff spot. That should be a game and a half. Here's a serve on the way, hit the top of the net. Richter receives though. Hansen on the set, blocked at the net by Wood. Now Richter near side, Bailey Nelson cross-court attack. Nice dig by Kidd, but that's going to go up and over the R1's head, and that'll be out. That'll be a point for the Vikings. 22-17, Vikings by 5, equaling their biggest lead here in the second set. J.C. Richter back to serve. The freshman jump serve on the way far side. Kidd receives pass. Schaefer back to Kenzie Kidd on the attack. Right there is Hagler to Hansen, setting it up, attacking, and the kill by Emma Lucas. Emma Lucas with the kill. Vikings up 23-17. Richter serving 23-17. Freshman on Litton HMB. Jump serve, sends it over. Kidd on the receive. Pass. Baki back set. Pond attacking and the kill. Zoe Pond with the kill. The lefty here on the near side. It's 18-23, back to a 5-point game. Addison Kaylee Kidd back to serve for the Warriors. Serving 18-23. Jump serve by Kidd. Far side, receive Lucas. Pass, Hansen set on the attack. Morgan Nelson. Nice save by Richter. Now Hansen setting it up again for Lucas. And that goes off the hands of Kidd and out. Point Vikings. 24-18. VCSU by 6. Equaling their biggest lead. They'd like to make that biggest lead 7 and end the set here. That will bring in Delaney Clark to serve. Serving 24-18 set point. Kidd pass. Back set Baki. Pond on the attack. With the dig Hagler. Hansen setting it up. Morgan Nelson or Bailey Nelson on the attack. Now again, Baki setting it far side. Tipped over and dropping it in. Kidd on the kill. Just tipped that off the fingertips of the blockers. 19-24. Set point number 2 for VCSU as Emma Hovenga will come in and serve. Hovenga serving 19-24. Here in the second set. Serve up, hit the top of the net. Nice cover and saved by Nelson. Now over, here comes Waldorf on the attack. Hovenga setting it up. Kenzie Kidd on the attack. And the kill went off of Clark. Point Waldorf, 20-24. Set point number 3. Emma Hovenga, the junior out of Port City, Iowa, serving. Serving 20-24. Serve on the way. Off Richter, Hansen. Bump set near side and pushed over by Hagler. Blocked at the net. Vikings on offense. Hansen setting it up. Bailey Nelson on the attack. Through the block, gets the kill. Bailey Nelson with another kill. And the Vikings take that second set. 25-20 and lead the match 2-0. And we will step aside. We'll be back with more of that set number 3 coming up. The Vikings and Waldorf College Volleyball right here on VCSUVikings.com live on YouTube.
Stand up and do it. Come on.
Let's take a look at the numbers in that second set. A little bit better offensively for Waldorf. as they had 15 kills in that set, 7 errors in 46 total attempts. So that a 103 hitting percentage. Vikings, they came down a little bit. 16 kills, 3 errors, and 40 total attacks. So they had a hitting percentage brought down to 388 in that one, as the Vikings had a 325 hitting percentage in that set. But again, Bailey Nelson, he's got a 579 hitting percentage right now, 11 kills out of 19 total attacks and no errors. Also doing well, Morgan Fregia, 750 hitting percentage, 6 kills and 8 attacks. Emma Lucas, a 600 hitting percentage, 4 kills, 5 attacks with 1 error. And Sadie Hansen, 667 in her hitting percentage. Of course, she also has 26 set assists. Defensively, J.C. Richter with 10 digs, leading the way there, with Danielle Hagler having 8. And serving, just so far, just one service error by one service error by Ellie Rush. Oh, check that. 5 service errors. I was looking at service aces. Ellie has the lone service ace for the Vikings. So here we go, set number 3. Vikings up 2-0. Richter receives the opening serve. Hansen, far side, Nelson on the attack, and another kill. Bailey Nelson. Boy, on senior day, she has shown it. 12 kills here for Bailey Nelson in 20 total attacks. Vikings up 1-0. Battles and J.C. Richter back to serve. And the freshman with the serve. Kenzie Kidd, set Baki. Kidd on the attack, tipped at the net. Morgan Nelson, Hansen set near side. Lucas on the attack. Here's Kaylee Kidd, gets it near side. Attack through the block, attack by Long Henry. And Long Henry gets the kill. That'll be her 4th. Vikings and Waldorf tied at 1. In that second set, we had 9 ties. They're tied at every break, 1 through 9, but then the Vikings went on a 3-point run, went up 12-9 and never looked back. Here's the attack and the kill there by Emma Lucas. Through the block attempt, Lucas picking up the kill. That'll be number 4, and it's a 2-1 Viking lead. Delaney Clark back to serve for VCSU. Serving 2-1, and that serve's going to go long. That is the 6th service error for the Vikings. So Vikings now with 6 service errors. So serving hasn't been stellar here. Here's Kaylee Kidd on the serve and gets the ace. Clark's received. Pass went too far for Hans to get to. And it's a 3-2 Waldorf lead. Kaylee Kidd serving. All right, after they wipe up some perspiration on the floor. 3-2, Vikings by 1. Trailing by 1. Kaylee Kidd to serve for Warriors. Serve on the way. Hagler to Hansen. Set middle, Morgan Nelson tip. Kidd off the cover. Now on the far side, attacked by Pond. Diving dig by Hagler. Hansen sets it Nelson. Bailey Nelson on the attack. Kidd with a dig. Kept alive by Schaefer. Now Kenzie Kidd high. Free ball Vikings. Richter pass. Hansen tip. Blocked at the net and then off of Nelson and out. That'll be a point for Waldorf, and they take a 4-2 lead. That's their biggest lead of the match. 2 points. 4-2. No more than a 1-point lead in the first set and second. Here in the jump serve by the righty. Richter with the receive. Pass to Hansen, setting it up. Bailey Nelson attack. Blocked at the net. Kept alive by Hagler. Richter back bar side. Now over by Nelson. Free ball for Waldorf. Kidd. Back set Baki on the attack by Pond. And block goes out. That'll be a point for Waldorf. And a 4-point run here for the Warriors. And they lead by 3 at 5-2 in this third set. And to serve is Kaylee Kidd, 5'7" junior from Roscoe, Illinois. Clark on the receive to Hansen, setting it up. Bailey Nelson into the net. There is her first error of the night. First attack error by Bailey Nelson, and it's now a 6-2, 4-point lead on a 5-point run for Waldorf. Timeout, Valley City State. They'll step aside. Vikings up 2-0 here in the third set. This is Viking Volleyball on VCSUVikings.com, live on YouTube.
And go directly to our student athletes. The joint Dr. Citizen number of call 845-7161. Vikings Athletic is going to thank you to LaRue Lockout Financial for their support for athlete scholarships at VCSU. Further dig and aids at all matches this season. LaRue Lockout Financial will donate VCSU a great scholarship. Vikings Volleyball also thanks Vanessa Copa for his support for athlete scholarships this year.
Back here at Gratian Gymnasium, Paul McDonald with you live here on VCSUVikings.com. Live on YouTube. Volleyball here this afternoon. We've got doubleheader basketball coming up tonight. The women will take on Providence. The men will take on Dort from the bubble. And we'll have the call for you here on VCSUVikings.com. Now Kaylee Kidd back to serve. Serving 6-2 here in the third set. Down the line, receive Clark. On the far side. And over by Nelson. That was covered by Kenzie Kidd. Back set. Attack by Pond and the kill. Zoe Pond off the set there from Baki. And the Vikings trailing by 5 at 7-2. It's a 6-point run here for Waldorf. And Kaylee Kidd with the serve. Richter, Hansen. Backside, Nelson gets it over. Free ball for Waldorf. Set far side. Pond into the net. Attack error. Zoe Pond. That's a point for the Vikings, snapping that 6-point run and back within 4 at 3-7. Lexi LaRue back to serve for VCSU. Bailey Nelson comes out. LaRue serving 3-7. And the right-hander with the serve. Shaper. Jump set. Pond with the tip. Covered by Richter. Hansen. Setting it far side, attack. Hagler blocked at the net. Well, big block there by Alicia Brandt. And it's back to a 5-point lead for Waldorf at 8-3. Zoe Pond also there defensively. And now back to serve will be Emma Hovenga. Hovenga serving 8-3, third set. LaRue pass. Jump set, Hansen. Morgan Nelson cross-court attack and the kill. Morgan Nelson with the kill, her 5th. Vikings within 4 at 4-8. That'll send Ellie Rush back to serve. I mentioned just one senior. The rest are freshmen and sophomore. No juniors on this Viking roster. 4-8. Served by Rush. That's going to go long. Yep. Kenzie Kidd and Alicia Schaefer in the back row. Let it fly over their heads. 9-4. Waldorf by 5. Into the front row comes Long Henry for Waldorf. Back to serve, Kenzie Kidd. Serving 9-4, third set. Serve on the way. And LaRue lets it go and flies past her for a service error. Oh, it is service error number 4 on the Warriors. And the Vikings back within 4 at 5-9. Sadie Hansen to serve. Hansen serves. Kenzie Kidd pass. Set Hovenga near side. Attacked there by Long Henry. Was tipped at the net by the Vikings. They went off LaRue and out. Point Waldorf back to a 5-point lead at 10-5. Julia Carlin in, and she'll go back and serve. Janesville, Wisconsin, serving 10-5. Hagler to Hansen. She'll set it. Far side. Hagler on the attack and the kill. Danielle Hagler picking up the kill. That'll be her 4th of the afternoon. Vikings, again, back within 4. They can't seem to get it any closer. Down 6-10. And Hagler just got the kill. Will go back and serve for the Vikings. Serving 6-10, third set. And the serve by Hagler. Far side, Kidd. Pass, set middle, Hovenga, tipped over, and the point by Wood. Abigail Wood with the kill. And it's 11-6 Waldorf. Back into the front row comes Pond. And back to serve, Baki. Serving 11-6. Richter to Hansen. She'll set it. Bailey Nelson on the attack. Blocked at the net. Saved at the 10-foot line and jumped over by Pond. Here's Hansen setting it again. Nelson down the line near side. Pancake attempt comes up short by Kidd or by Baki, and that'll be a point for the Vikings. Back within 4, 7-11. J.C. Richter to serve. 7-11. And the jump serve by Richter. Kidd to the net. On the attack, blocked, and the block is the point. And Malukas there along with Morgan Nelson blocking that attack attempt by Long Henry. And the Vikings back within 3 now at 8-11. Here comes J.C. Richter with the serve. Kidd pass. Near side. Again attack into the net by Long Henry. What a great set by Baki, and Long Henry did what she could with it. Hit it into the net. Point Vikings back within 2 at 9-11. Richter serving. And the right-hander jump serve near side. Sliding through Richter. Baki, well, that's going to be 4 hits. Baki on the second hit, trying to pass it back. Long Henry couldn't get to it. And it dropped in for Viking points. VCSU on a 4-point run. And within 1 at 10-11. Closest they've been since 3-2. Here's Richter with the serve. Pond, set, Baki, tipped over by Wood. Now Hagler, Hansen, set. Morgan Nelson attack. Dug out by Baki, far side, Kidd. Pond on the attack, tipped at the net. Saved off the block by Nelson. Hansen setting it up near side, Lucas. Now there's Kidd. Bump set near side. Long Henry attacking down the line. Nice dig by Hansen. Richter keeps it alive. Backing up. Bailey Nelson sends it over. Back to Waldorf. Back set. Pond attacking. Blocked at the net and the point. The Nelson girls right there, but that block actually went out. They say the block went wide. It did not go off of Pond, and it'll be a point for Waldorf. 12-10. Waldorf snapping that 4-point run for the Vikings and go back up by 2 here in the third set. Alicia Schaefer to serve. Serving 12-10 into the net. Service error. So point for the Vikings. That is the 5th service error by Waldorf. Vikings back within 1, 11-12. Delaney Clark to serve. And Kidd set. Tipped over Wood. Clark with the set pass. Sanson setting it up. Morgan Nelson on the kill. Morgan Nelson from Sadie Hansen. And we are tied at 12. First tie since 2-2. Morgan Nelson picking up the kill. That is her 6th. Now Clark with the serve. Kenzie Kidd pass. Set. Back to Kidd. And the kill. Kenzie Kidd off the assist from Baki. And Waldorf goes back up 1, 13-12. Now to bring Alicia Brandt back into the front row. Kaylee Kidd back to serve. Serving 13-12. And down near side, Clark to Hansen. She'll set it up. Bailey Nelson on the attack and out. On the attack. Attack error number 2 by Bailey. After going the first 2 sets without an attack error, now she's misfired on her last couple of attacks. 14-12, Waldorf. Serve, Kidd. Clark, far side, Hagler. Bump set, Nelson on the attack. There's a dig, back row. Set middle, on the attack by Brandt. Hansen setting it up. Morgan Nelson near side and out. That'll be a point for Waldorf. They'll back up by 3 at 15-12. Timeout, Valley City State. 3-point lead for the Warriors, 15-12 in the third set. We're back with more volleyball from Gratian Gym on VCSUVikings.com, live on YouTube.
Viking basketball hosted here this evening. Remember, women's basketball taking on Providence College starting at 5 p.m.
Don't forget, Viking basketball coming your way tonight here on VCSUVikings.com. Doubleheader at 5 and 7. The women against Providence, the men against Dort. Both games right here at VCSUVikings.com. And we'll have the call for you live on YouTube. Of course, you can watch Viking Athletics live on YouTube. Just go to YouTube and search VCSU Vikings and enjoy. 15-12, three-point game right now for Waldorf, leading here in the third set. Kaylee Kidd back to serve. Again, near side, Richter to Hansen, setting it up. Bailey Nelson with the tip. On the cover, Kidd, back set. Baki blocked at the net. The Nelson sisters were there and came up with a block off the pond attack. And the Vikings back within 2, 13-15. That's the fourth block assist by Morgan Nelson, first for Bailey. Now Lexi LaRue back to serve. Here's a pass. Schaefer near side, Kidd on the attack. LaRue with the dig. Then Clark goes far side. Up and over by Hagler. Free ball for Waldorf. Schaefer set backside Baki on the attack. Kenzie Kidd wide. No tip. Point Vikings. Back within 1, 14-15. 1 point game, 14-15. With Lexi LaRue to serve. And the right-hander sends it over. Kidd pass. Baki set middle. On the attack and the kill by Brandt. Alicia Brandt with the kill. Her second. Back to a 2-point lead for Waldorf, 16-14. Hovenga in. Will go back row and to serve. Charlotte Wright to the front row for the Warriors. 16-14. 2-point lead for Waldorf. Here's a serve by Hovenga. Richter. Hansen set. Hagler attack and out. Point Waldorf back to a 3-point lead, 17-14. Emma Hovenga, the junior setter from Forest City, with the serve, 17-14. On the receive, Clark. Here's Morgan Nelson on the attack. That's going to go long. 18-14, Waldorf up by 4. And little 3-point run here by Waldorf to lead 18-14 in the third set. Hovenga with the little soft serve. Now Hansen near corner on the cover was Schaefer, and then the attack by Alicia Brandt in the kill. Brandt picking up another kill. That is her third. 19-14, back to a 5-point lead with a 4-point run here. Hovenga serving. And the serve. Clark, can't receive. That's going to be an ace. The ace there by Hovenga. That's going to bring Hannah Whelan into the lineup, the defensive specialist from Daisy. She'll come in for Delaney Clark. So Hannah goes back row. 20-14, 5-point run here. Waldorf leading by 6. Their biggest lead. Serve on the way, Hovenga. Into the net. Service there. So the Vikings get the point, 15-20. That's the 7th service error now for Waldorf. And back to serve will be Ellie Rush for Valley City. Here's the serve on the way. Schaefer pass. Hovenga setting it up, blocked at the net. Ace block there was Frigi. So Morgan Frigi, I think, will be credited with that ace block. And the point, Vikings within 4, 16-20. And back serving, Rush on the way. Kidd, Hovenga, now Kenzie Kidd. That attack and a diving dig attempt back row by LaRue goes off her. And that'll be a point for Waldorf, back to a 5-point lead, 21-16. Whelan out. And Delaney Clark back in. And Libero Richter also in. And for Waldorf, Long Henry comes in front row as back to serve, Kenzie Kidd. Serving 21-16 in the third set. Into the net. Yep. So another service there. And now each team with 7 service errors. And it's 17-21. Here's Sadie Hansen with the serve for the Vikings. Kidd, Hovenga, far side, over by right. Hansen setting it up on the attack, and the ace block at the net. Long Henry along with Brandt there with the block. And it is 22-17. 5-point lead. And that'll send Julia Carlin back to serve for Waldorf, leading 22-17 here in this third set. Here's the serve. Hagler. Ooh, her pass went between Frege and Hansen and dropped in for the point. 23-17. Waldorf by 6. And Carlin with the serve and the ace. Juliet Carlin drops in the ace. And that is going to be her third, or her first ace. Or her second. That is her second. And the serve on the way. LaRue. And that's going to go off the back wall. And the point. So Waldorf comes back and takes the third set, 25-17. So we're going to a fourth set with the Vikings up 2-1 here in this North Star Athletic Association Conference matchup from Gratian. We're back with more volleyball action from Gratian on VCSUVikings.com, live on YouTube. Thank you. So VCSU Athletics would like to thank the Century Club for its continued support and financial contributions that go directly to our student athletes. To join, talk to a Century Club member or call 845-7161. Another Viking athletics going on today. Coming up at 3 o'clock this afternoon, the Vikings will take on Dickinson State out at Bijou Stadium, and that is a big one in the North Star Athletic Association Conference football race. The Vikings 2-1 in conference play. Trying to avenge a homecoming loss to the Blue Hawks in a non-conference game earlier this year when the Blue Hawks came to Shelley Lake Field and won 35-7. And that will be, again, 3 o'clock kickoff in Dickinson. And basketball tonight, doubleheader from the bubble at 5 and 7. Viking women will take on Providence. The men will take on Dort. And we'll have both games for you right here on VCSUVikings.com. live on YouTube. Taking a look at that second set numbers. Not a great set for the Vikings. 6 kills, 8 errors, 27 total attacks for negative 0.74 percentage. For Waldorf, they had 10 kills, 7 errors for 27 total assists for a 111 hitting percentage. So the Vikings hitting percentage down to 255, while Waldorf is at 105 right now. Bailey Nelson, who did not have any attack errors in the first 2 sets, had 2 in that third set. Still has 13 kills and a 367 hitting percentage. Morgan Nelson has 6 kills, 4 errors for a 100 hitting percentage. And Danielle Hagler, 4 kills, couple of errors, 125 hitting. Morgan Frege also is yet to have an error. She has 6 kills on 8 total attacks, a 750 hitting percentage. So here we go as we start this fourth set. Danielle Hagler will go back and serve for Valley City State. And we're underway. Pond pass. Set on the slide. Block goes out. The kill by Wood. That'll be her 4th. And Waldorf takes an early 1-0 lead here in the 4th set. Alicia Schaefer will go back to serve. A diving receive by Richter, but no one there to help her out, and drops in. And quickly a 2-0 lead for Waldorf here in the 4th set. Trying to get this to a 5th set. Back serving. On the way by Shaper. Richter pass. Hansen set. Far side on the attack. Frici and the kill. Morgan Frici continuing her perfect afternoon. 7th kill, 9 attacks, no errors. And serving. Richter set middle on the attack by Wood. Hansen, Richter, far side. The attack off of Kidd. Kept the line back row and then over. Free ball for the Vikings. Richter pass. Sadie Hansen jump set near side. Bailey Nelson blocked at the net. Block dropped in. That's a point for Waldorf. 3-1 Waldorf. That is a 3rd attack error by Bailey Nelson. 3-1. Back to serve. Far side. Kaylee Kidd. For Waldorf, serving 3-1. Hagler to Hansen. Near side, Nelson on the attack. Diving dig, back row by Shaper. Far side, Baki, and the attack cross court by Kidd is in. Kenzie Kidd with a cross court kill. That is going to make it 4-1 Waldorf here in the 4th set. 11th kill by Kenzie Kidd. And Baki with her 18th assist. Serve here, Kaylee Kidd. Pass to Hansen. She'll set it. Middle. Morgan Nelson attack. Back row, Shaper. Baki setting it up. Out wide by Brandt. Attack error. Point Vikings. Back within 2 at 2-4. In comes Delaney Clark. She'll go back and serve. 2-4. Vikings down by 2. And here's a serve by Clark. Kidd. Set. Baki. Kidd on the attack. Off of Hagler, and look out there, Mr. Potts. Didn't even flinch as he's working hard on the computer. 5-2, 3-point lead for Waldorf. Back to serve, Emma Hovenga. Serving 5-2. Serve on the way, far side, Clark. Hansen, set, attack, Nelson blocked. Off the save. Now Richter setting up near side. Bailey Nelson blocked at the net. She comes up with the cover, but that goes out. Point, Waldorf. 6-2, 4-point lead for Waldorf here in this 4th set. After the Vikings won the first 2, 25-14, 25-20. Waldorf came back, won 25-17. Richter to Hansen, tipping it over, dropping it in by the 10-foot line. There's a kill by Sadie Hansen. And at the point, makes it 3-6. Vikings down 3. And Lexi LaRue back to serve. LaRue serving 3-6. Kidd pass. Hovenga set middle. On the attack, Brandt and the kill. Alicia Brandt. And it is 3-7. Vikings look like having a little issue just moving their feet and getting in position. Down 7-3 here in the 4th set. Kenzie Kidd back to serve for Waldorf. Serving 7-3. LaRue pass. Hansen set. Nelson on the attack. Blocked at the net. Pancake attempt. Kept alive by Hovenga and then over by, I think that was Long Henry. Here's the attack by Hagler, blocked at the net. Hovenga setting it. Backside, Kenzie Kidd goes off of Richter and off the back wall. Point, Waldorf. 8-3, Waldorf by 5. Well, that was Kaylee Kidd that had a great pancake off the attack to keep it alive. And now Waldorf leading by 5 here in the 4th set. And Kenzie Kidd back to serve. And she sends it over across court. LaRue with the receive. Hansen to Hagler. Back row, Kidd pass. Hovenga setting it up. Far side into the net by Long Henry. Attack error, point Vikings. 4-8, Vikings down 4. In comes Ellie Rush, back to serve. And into the front row, Morgan Frici. And now serving, Ellie Rush. On the way over, Kidd pass. Hovenga setting it far side. Attack there by Long Henry. Dugout rush to Hansen, setting it near side. Hagler tipped at the net, dropping it in. Danielle Hagler drops it in for the point. So she'll pick up the kill. And the Vikings back within 3 at 5-8. Ellie Rush serving. Hagler with her 5th kill. Serve on the way. Hovenga for Waldorf. Setting it middle. Tip Brandt. Right there on the cover was Delaney Clark. But then double contact called against the Vikings. Point for Waldorf. 9-5. Leading by 4 as Juliet Carlin comes back in to serve for Waldorf. Serving 9-5. And that serve goes long. So the service error by Carlin. That'll be her first service error. And the 8th for Waldorf. 9-6. Waldorf by 3. Sadie Hansen to serve. Here's a free ball at the net. Tipped over, cross court, and in for the point by Prigi. Prigi with a little redirect there and dropping it in. And it is 7-9. Vikings. Prigi with their 8th kill. And the serve. Hovenga, Kidd, far side, attack, Long Henry, and through the block gets the kill. And Long Henry with the kill. Back to a 3-point lead for Waldorf at 10-7. And back serving. Caitlin Baki will go back to serve for the Warriors. Serving 10-7, 4th set. Serve, that might go long. No, LaRue right there for the receive. Pass to Hansen. Sending it near side, Hagler. To the back row. Nope. Tried to push it back there and pushed it long. Point for Waldorf, 11-7, leading by 4. And now the serve. Baki. Hagler pass. Hansen set. Middle. Frigi left-hand tip. Kidd there for the cover. Back set. On the attack. Pond and the kill. Zoe Pond with the kill. And a timeout taken by Coach Graywater and VCSU. 12-7. Waldorf leading by 5 in the 4th set. Trying to get to a 5th set. We're back with more Viking volleyball on VCSUVikings.com. Live on YouTube.
The support of athletic scholarship this season. Barbie Block, VCSU Volleyball. Cougar will donate $5 to licensed athletic scholarship. VCSU Athletic Center continues to support financial contributions to further efforts to assist athletes. To join our community member, a call 845-761.
Well, again, Viking Volleyball extends its thanks to LaRue Lockout Financial for their support of athletic scholarships at VCSU. For every dig and ace at home matches this season, the LaRue Lockout Financial Office will donate to VCSU athletic scholarships. And also a thank you to Vanessa Coca, the alumni, for her support of athletic scholarships this season. For every block at VCSU home matches, and Coca will make a $5 donation to Viking scholarships. Both in the house, sitting right next to one another across the way here. Now back serving. And on the way by Baki. Back row, let to the row, pass. Hansen set, near side. Hagler on the attack at the top of the net. That'll be 4 hits against the Vikings. And a 4-point run here for Waldorf, and they lead 13-7 here in the 4th set. Now serving. Here's Baki. LaRue. Nice pass, Hansen. Back set on the attack and the kill, Frigi. Continuing her great afternoon. Morgan Frigi with her 9th kill in 12 attacks and no errors. .750 hitting percentage. And it's 8-13. Vikings down 5. Oh, that was Lucas. Check that. I'm sorry. That was Emma Lucas on the kill there. 13, not 11. Here the attack there, and that goes off of Hansen. Far side attack by Long Henry, and the point for Waldorf. They go up 14-8. That'll send Alicia Schaefer back to serve. for the Warriors, serving 14-8. Just got it over the net. Richter to Hansen, near side. Bailey Nelson through the block, gets the kill. And Bailey Nelson getting her 14th kill. And the Vikings down 5 at 9-14. J.C. Richter back to serve. And Morgan Nelson comes in front row. And Richter with the serve for VCSU. Schaefer, set Baki far side, Kidd. Hansen with the dig. Richter far side bump as Lucas blocked at the net. Richter, Hansen set middle. Morgan Nelson on the attack. Kidd with the cover, back set. Baki on the attack. Pond cross court and the kill. Zoe Pond with the kill. And the Warriors go back up 6, 15-9. 6-point lead here for Waldorf, trying to send this to a 5th set. Momentum definitely on their side. Winning the 3rd set 25-17, out 15-9 here in the 4th set. Here's the serve. Lucas, Hansen, set. Nelson on the attack and the kill. Bailey Nelson, back-to-back kills. 15 kills now for Nelson. Adding to her career total, well over 1,000 now. Vikings trying to get it back. Well, they're back within 5. Can't seem to get any closer. Down 10-15. Here's the serve by Clark. Back set. Pond on the attack, cross court. Clark with the dig. To Hansen. And Hagler from the back row gets it over. Now Schaefer. Set. Far side, Kenzie Kidd. There's Richter on the dig. Hansen jump set near side. Nelson on the kill, or the attack. Kidd with the dig. Now back to Waldorf. Pond, cross court. What we're going to have 4 hits called against Waldorf. So point for VCSU. Back-to-back points. They're within 4. 11-15. Delaney Clark with the serve for Vikings. Kidd, pass. Set Baki, attack Brandt. Nice dig by Hagler. On the side, Morgan Nelson on the attack. Now back up front, Waldorf, far side. Kenzie Kidd on the attack. Nice dig by Hagler. Set by Nelson. Morgan to Bailey. Bailey's attack dug out by Kidd. Now Schaefer up and over by Kenzie Kidd. Free ball for the Vikings. Sadie Hansen set near side. Bailey Nelson on the attack. That dig's going to go into the crowd. Kill number 16 for Bailey Nelson. Sadie Hansen with her 38th assist. And the Vikings within 3 with a 3-point run here. 12-15 in the 4th set. Clark with the serve. Kidd, pass. Baki far side. On the attack, Kenzie Kidd and the kill. Another assist by Baki. Kenzie Kill with the kill. Baki with her 23rd assist. 16-12, back to a 4-point lead for Waldorf. And Emma Hovenga back to serve. Jump serve by the righty, far corner. Off of Delaney Clark, off the back wall, point Waldorf. 17-12. Waldorf back up by 5. And now to serve. Hovenga, the junior setter out of Forest City, Iowa. Serving 17-12 here in the 4th set. Clark, Hansen set. Morgan Nelson attack, out. Point Waldorf, 18-12. French coach Graywater off the bench, right up to the line on the court. 18-12, 6-point lead for Waldorf. Served by cross court. Bailey Clark to Hansen. Here's the attack, Bailey Nelson, and out. It was tipped, yep. It was tipped. Line judge says out, and one line judge said tip. It is a point for the Vikings, 13-18. Vikings trailing by 5. Lexi LaRue back to serve. And she'll set it over. Schaefer, pass. Set, Hovenga on the slide. Attack attempt and kill by Wright. Charlotte Wright, I think they call illegal contact. A lift on the Vikings. So point for Waldorf, 19-13. Kenzie Kidd to serve. Serving 19-13. And long service error by Kenzie Kidd. Point Vikings, 14-19. Down 5. And in comes Ellie Rush to serve. And Rush serving 14-19. Kidd. Havenga. Kenzie Kidd gets it over. Free ball Vikings. LaRue. Pass. Hansen set near side. Hagler blocked at the net. Off to the save. Clark. Backside Hansen. Attacking there. And the kill by Prigi. Morgan Prigi will pick up her 9th kill on her 12th attack. .750 hitting percentage. Hansen with their 39th assist. Or 40th assist for Hansen. 15-19. Vikings down 4. Rush with the serve. And the ace. Ellie Rush picks up the service ace. That's her second and the only 2 by Valley City State. As the VCSU women now exiting, they got a game in 2.5 hours. They're going to go get ready. We've got more volleyball here. 16-19. Vikings down by 3. Serve on the way by Rush. Kidd. Hozinga, far side on the attack. Long Henry. Clark with the dig. Hansen setting it. Hagler blocked at the net. Then off of Hagler off the block and the point. 20-16. Back to a 4-point game. Morgan Nelson comes in. Circles around. Richter will go in at the libero. Back to serve is Juliet Carlin. For Waldorf. Serving 20-16 here in the 4th set. Diving received by Clark. Tipping it Hansen. That goes off of Carlin and a point Vikings. Sadie Hansen will pick up the kill. And I think we're going to timeout. We are. So after the sub, timeout taken by Valley City State. 17-20. Vikings will have the serve, trailing by 3. This is Viking Volleyball on VCSUVikings.com. Well, join us for more Viking Volleyball Wednesday as VCSU will be hosting Mayville State right here at Gratian Gym. First serve at 6 o'clock. And another key matchup in the conference standings. Vikings love to win out and secure that number 6 spot, if not move up. 20-17, Vikings trailing by 3. They have the serve. Sadie Hansen serving here for VCSU. Havenga setting it far side on the attack. That's going to be out. That hit the line judge, Charlotte Hushka. As a former libero, she's used to that. A little chuckle by Char. 18-20. It's a 2-point lead for Waldorf. Here's the serve, Kidd. Havenga back set on the slide on the attack. Tipped to the net, Richter pass. Hansen setting it far side and over by Prigi. Now here's Havenga setting it up again into the middle and the attack and the kill by Wood. Abigail Wood with the kill. Back to a 3-point lead, 21-18. And serving is Baki. Caitlin, the senior, with the serve. Back row, pass LaRue. Set, Hansen, middle, attack Hagler, and the kill. Danielle Hagler with the kill. That is her 6th kill. Hansen assist number 41. 19-21, Vikings down 2, and the serve by Danielle Hagler. She gets a kill and she goes back to serve. Serving 19-21. We're in the 4th set, far side, Pond. Baki setting it up on the attack. Long Henry kept alive by Hansen. Richter hit to the near side. Bailey Nelson on the attack. That goes off Kidd towards the back wall. Kenzie Kidd keeps it alive, then over, free ball for the Vikings. Here's Hansen set near side. Bailey Nelson, another attack off Kenzie Kidd. Who wants it? Oh, Kaylee Kidd, the libero, and Baki collide. No one called for it, and it drops in for the point. Vikings down 1, 21-20. Hagler serving. Here's a serve. Kidd pass. Baki back set. Oh, no, that back set. A little bit too close to the net for Abigail Wood. Dropped in for the point. Vikings have tied it. 21-21. Timeout. Waldorf Vikings with a 4-point run have tied things up at 21. We're back with more volleyball here from Gratian Gym on VCSUVikings.com, live on YouTube. As we come out of the timeout, Valley City State has rallied for 4 points in a row and have tied things up 21-21 here in the 4th set. Trying to end it here, leading 2-1. Danielle Hagler to serve. Serve on the way. Kidd, pass. Baki set, far side. On the attack, Long Henry, blocked at the net. Again, far side, Long Henry, tipped at the net. On the cover, Freegee, Hagler, Nelson, attack, long. Bailey Nelson. Attack goes long, her 5th attack here. And the point for Waldorf, 22-21. Back up by 1. Alicia Schaefer back to serve for Waldorf. Serving 22-21. Jump serve on the way, Richter. Pass to Hansen. Set near side, Bailey Nelson hit the top of the net. Back set Hansen. Tipped over by Freegee. She dropped it in for the kill. And Morgan Freegee with the kill. Her 10th in 14 attacks. And it's 22-22. Back serving J.C. Richter. And the freshman with the jump serve. Hit the top of the net, falls in for attack error, or a service error. Point Waldorf, 23-22. That will send Kaylee Kidd back to serve for Waldorf, serving 23-22. Richter on the receive. Hagler near side. Bailey Nelson attack. Kidd with the dig. Pass. Baki. Kinsey Kidd on the attack. Goes out. No tip. Point Vikings, 23-23. Out comes Emma Lucas. In comes Delaney Clark. She'll go back and serve. 23-23. 6-2 run right now for the Vikings. And Clark to serve. On the way. Pass Kidd. Baki blocked at the net. Saved off the block Hansen. Delaney Clark back to Hansen, tipping it over. Now Kidd. Near side Baki, free ball at the net. Morgan Nelson and Bailey Nelson right there. I think it was Bailey that redirected that one and dropped it in for the kill. Point Vikings, and we've got a timeout Waldorf as Vikings have set and match point. Coming up, 24-23. Vikings lead by 1. We'll keep it here. And just a reminder, we've been talking about it. We got a pair of basketball games yet tonight. More Viking athletics here on VCSUVikings.com. Basketball taking on Providence, the women, and the men will take on Dort. 5 o'clock and 7 o'clock. And coverage will begin around 4:50 this afternoon. So just a couple hours away, we've got more sports here on VCSUVikings.com. And then tomorrow, the Viking women, they will host Providence again. That'll be a noon start time at the Bubble. Set and match point here for VCSU. A 7-2 run. Trailed 21-17. And the Vikings have battled back to take a 1-point lead and set and match point. Delaney Clark to serve. Serve on the way, far side. Here comes the Baki, setting it up. Kidd on the attack, tipped at the net, and a point. Point for Waldorf. We're tied at 24. Back to serve, Emma Havenga, back serving 24-24. Havenga with 1 service error so far this afternoon and really sends it up and over. Here's Richter receive. Hansen set near side. Bailey Nelson attack. That goes out. No tip. Point Waldorf. 25-24 set point 1 for Waldorf. Here's the serve. Havenga with the serve. Richter pass. Hansen set. Nelson tipping it over the blockers, drops it in for the point. Pancake attempt by Kinsey Kidd comes up short. Point Vikings, 25-25. We're going to bonus points here. Back to serve, Lexi LaRue. 25-25. LaRue serving. On the way. Here's the set. Hovenga, far side, Kinsey Kidd tipped at the net. Pass, Clark. Hanson set middle, tipped over by Morgan Nelson. That was saved off by Wood, right. Here's Richter, pass, set Hanson, near side, Hagler through the block, gets the kill. Danielle Hagler with the kill. 26-25, set point 2 for the Vikings. Lexi LaRue to serve, 26-25. Trying to end it here. LaRue, the sophomore from Valley City, sends it over. Kidd to the net, tipped, attack, and the kill. Just in, far side, Alicia Brandt. We are tied at 26. Now back Kinsey Kidd to serve, 26-26. Kinsey Kidd serving for Waldorf. The junior with the serve, far side, LaRue receives, pass, Hanson, set, Morgan Nelson on the attack. Kidd, backside, Hovenga on the attack, blocked at the net. Now Kaylee Kidd far side for Long Henry, blocked at the net. Hovenga gives it over to Kidd, setting it up, attack, dug by LaRue, but off the back wall, killed by Charlotte Wright. Point Waldorf, 27-26. So set point number 2 for Waldorf. Kinsey Kidd will serve. Kidd serving, 27-26. We're in the fourth set. LaRue receives, pass, Hanson. Backside set, Morgan Nelson on the attack. Right there was it now. Kidd back again, Kaylee to Kinsey, and wide on the attack error by Kinsey Kidd. Point Vikings, 27-27. That'll bring Ellie Rush in. She's been one of the best servers for the Vikings today. She's got 4 errors, but a couple of aces. Serving 27-27. Serve on the way, far side. Kidd. Hovenga. Long Henry. Blocked at the net. No, they're saying it was tipped, so no 4 hits. Waldorf on the attack, far side. Clark. Hanson near side. Hagler on the attack. Yeah, tipped at the net. Stays long on the Viking side. Hagler another attack. Tipping it over the blockers. Kept alive by Waldorf off the save from Long Henry. Over by Kidd. Now Frigi on the slide. Going off the set by Hanson. Here's Hovenga. Back far side Kidd. Free ball back to Valley City State. Clark. Hanson set. Hagler attack. And the kill! There's Danielle Hagler with the kill. Her 8th kill. Hanson picking up her 45th assist. Set point number 3 for Valley City State. 28-27. Ellie Rush to serve. Serving 28-27 for the match. On the way, far side. And long on the service error by Rush. That's her 5th service error, and the point for Waldorf. We're tied at 28. Rush comes out, Morgan Nelson in, circles around to the bench, and the libero Richter goes back row as Juliet Carlin comes in to serve for Waldorf. Carlin with the serve. Clark, pass. Hanson, set. Hagler tipping it near side. Off of Hovenga, and a point. Hagler with the kill, picking up her 9th kill. 29-28, set point 4 with Sadie Hanson to serve. Out comes Danielle Clark, and into the front row for the Vikings, Emma Lucas. Hanson with the serve. Kidd, pass. Hovenga, set. Tip, right, wide, out. Point Vikings. And the Vikings get the 3rd set, the 4th set, 30-28. They came back from down 21-17, and the Vikings win on Senior Day 3-1 and improve to 4-8 in conference play and snap an 8-match losing streak. We're back with our postgame here from Gratian Gym on a victorious Saturday, starting a big day of sports here on campus. We're back with more Viking volleyball on VCSUVikings.com. Now the Vikings winning it in 4 sets today, 3 sets to 1, as they take it 25-14, 25-20, 17-25, and then 30-28, down 21-17 in the 4th set. Went on a 4-point run to tie it at 21, and then the two teams just went back and forth. And so the Vikings 30-28, the final, as they win in 4 sets. So again, it is senior day, and just one senior on this roster, and they are going to try to keep the crowd from departing, as they're going to honor the one senior on this Viking roster who had a pretty good day today too on senior day. Let's take a look at the numbers in this 4th and final set. For Waldorf, 16 kills, 7 errors, 42 attacks, a .214 hitter percentage, which was their best hitting percentage in the 4 matches, in the 4 sets. For the Vikings, 18 kills, 8 attack errors on 54 total attacks, a .185 hitting percentage in that 4th set. So for the Vikings, 54 kills, 20 errors on 148 attacks for a .230 hitting percentage. Waldorf 49 kills, 29 errors, 147 attacks. We're going to stop with the stats here, as we've got, again, senior day today. So let's try if we can pick up public address announcer Sheldon Graywater talking about the lone senior.
Valley State University Vikings Volleyball would like to thank Bailey Nelson for her 4-year commitment to Vikings Volleyball program as the middle and outside hitter. Bailey's total and career best 24 kills on September 19, 2021 was the 5-set victory over Briarcliff. Bailey reached 1,003 kills on October 21st in the conference match at Bellevue. She has ranked number 9 all-time career kills at VCSU with a total kills of 1,335 kills in the Viking uniform. She was named first team all-conference in the ABC honorable mention all regions last season. Bailey, your leadership is appreciated and shown through every single aspect of the game. And we appreciate and excited to have you in the future for this season next fall. Bailey has a story of volleyball continues.
So there's your honoring your one senior, Bailey Nelson, on the as far as players are concerned, as the Vikings win it today in 4 sets. Finishing those numbers individually, Bailey Nelson on senior day, 19 kills, 6 attack errors, a .277 hitting percentage. Morgan Friedge won a match. She had 10 kills, 15 attacks, no errors, a .667 hitting percentage. 9 kills for Danielle Hagler with a .133 hitting percentage. 6 from Morgan Nelson, 6 for Emma Lucas, 4 from Sadie Hansen. Hansen also with 46 set assists. She had the double-double to go along with 10 digs. And also defensively, 14 digs by J.C. Richter, 12 by Delaney Clark, and 12 by Danielle Hagler. Blocks, 1 block solo, that was Emma Lucas. 4 by Morgan Nelson block assists, and 2 by Emma Lucas here today. For Waldorf, Kinsey Kidd led the way with 15 kills. Zoe Pond had 11. Caitlin Bakke had 24 assists. Emma Havenga had 18. Defensively, Kaylee Kidd with 22 digs leading the way there. So the Vikings now improved to 9-16 overall and 4-8 in conference play. As mentioned, this is a big one as far as the conference standings are concerned, because now they have a game-and-a-half lead over Waldorf, who falls to 3-10 in the conference and 12-11 overall. So a big one for the Vikings, and they are just a game and a half behind Presentation College, and they'll finish up the regular season with PC here at Gratian Gym next Friday. So again, coming up here in a couple of hours, around 4:50 with our pregame 5 o'clock tip, we've got Viking basketball as the Vikings will be taking on Providence on the women, and then the men will take on Dort at 7. Doubleheader basketball from the bubble. That's coming up next here on VCSUVikings.com. So again, the final today, the Vikings win it in 4 on Senior Day, 25-14, 25-20, 17-25, and come from behind for a 30-28 win in the 4th set. We'll be back with you here in a couple of hours with Viking basketball. Until then, Paul McDonald saying thanks for joining us, and so long from Gratian Gym.
I'm done. I just went off.
Me too, Paul.
Yeah, the girl. What are you running, the clock?
No,
Book.
book.
Book? You're official.
Who do you think I am?
Duh.